Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't even think notifications went out. Maybe they did. I don't know. Shout out to everybody. Hey, DB, I see DB in here, although it says we have a lot more people in here. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to let everybody know that we are live. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are live now. Oh, I didn't even go live on Twitter. Oh, my goodness. My bad. Hey there, you've been wondering about Alexee Trevizo? Girl, me too. So we got just a couple of updates to talk about. Let me just let everybody know that we are live. Alexee Trevizo. What else we talking about? Dan Schneider suing everybody and their mother. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. We have the Brian Kent situation. True crime. Let's go. We are live now. Welcome, everybody. Okay, let me do a little intro. Hope that notifications go out. Hang tight, all right? I'll be on in just a second. Look at everybody here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Sarah, hey, Christy, we haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Sarah, Bridget, Mace is in the house. Lovey Cats. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, it is. You want me to play the intro again? I take the feedback. The intro is long. Yes, it is. DB, crafty kids, shout out to everybody in the chat. I love it. People don't even know how to, do this. And it's like your intro's too long. Well, damn. Thank you for the feedback. Bye. Erica, welcome. Nona Boss, Kitty Coo, Liz G, everybody, JoJo, Tiki, Catnap, welcome. Miss Janie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at this. Hey, Monica, how you doing? Me too. I think we've all been trying to figure this out. What's going on with the girl? What is going on with the girl? Welcome, everybody. You like the Technicolor Rabbit? Mm? Some people like it. Some people don't. It's all good. It's like, can you at least say hello before you talk shit about my intro? How you doing? How are your pets doing? How you doing? Are you okay? Anyways, it is what it is, y'all. You can't please everybody, but I appreciate everybody that's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cheryl Ray, CK, Jen, thank you for being here. Yes, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No worries. No explanations. I don't even see a mod in here. Shout out to my mods. They're probably doing their, thing. Shout out to them. Oh, you did. Yeah, that it's the intro is a warning. Get your coffee and your whatever kind of drink you're gonna get. Hey, beautiful Messi, welcome. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. It's all good. Well, thank you, Mace. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let's get it together because we have a lot to cover. Okay. So, first of all, should we start with Alexee Trevizo or which one? It's been a minute since we talked about that case. Or maybe let's start right here. Since everybody's been talking about it, we can get this out of the way. You know what I'm saying? We can get this out of the way. No worries. Well, thank you. Shout out to you. I'm just saying, girl, it's good to say hello. It's good to say hello. She said, "Oh, please." It was a statement, not a it could be a criticism. I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. But it's good to say hello. How you doing? I'm just saying, like when you go to somebody's house, do you wipe your feet off the floor? Do are you polite? Manners are always nice. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. No worries. No worries, crafty kid. All right, y'all. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's talk about Dan Schneider, who apparently broke the internet a little bit yesterday. So he's going to be suing some people, apparently. The Quiet on the Set producers for defamation calls a series a hit job. Now, I saw it and I did a review of it and we talked about it. And then he did that interview with what's his name? Was it? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? He did it on the channel and they were we were criticizing that interview and we talked about it. It was not a very good look, the interview. Now I'm just going to say this as somebody who watched the series and watched it multiple times and gave some thoughts about it. Quiet on the Set as a series didn't really do anything that I felt like was, oh my God, complete defamation. I felt like they put stuff out there before that we already kind of knew. Like we knew that he was a shitbag during the Nickelodeon time. We knew he was an asshole during various times. And then those lawsuits that he had. Like, so what's the defamation part? I guess that's where I'm confused. Spivvy, thank you. Says, thank you for the updates. Most creators talk about a case for the views, but never give us any updates on the case. Thank you again. I try, but it's been a minute since I've talked about Alexee Trevizo. So we'll get there here in a minute. But thank you, Spivvy. Wim, how you doing? Nona Boss. All right, everybody's coming through. Thank you. Roro, thank you for becoming a member. I think everybody got. Hey, Oklahoma, welcome, welcome. Hey, Bo. All right. Yeah, suing Quiet on the Set for telling the truth. Well, I just have some feelings about this whole lawsuit. Like, what are you suing for? What did the series do that didn't already put out there? I mean, they exposed the perpetrator that was there. I guess I don't know. You said if it's a hit piece, are there a lot of people hitting? Well, that's a great question. I mean, ask what's his name, Dan Schneider on this. Facts ain't defamation. Dan Snyder filed a defamation lawsuit on Wednesday against the creators of Quiet on the Set, the dark side of kids' TV docuseries. And it truly was a showcase of the dark side of, what it was like to be on the series. Listen, Disney will probably have one coming up here pretty soon. I'm just saying. And to be quite honest, like, what did they say that was so defaming? I feel like it's already been put out there. Right? Okay, hold up. You said, can't wait to see those filings. Somebody said, let's see discovery, right? Like, let's see the discovery. Let's see the discovery. You know, just saying. Yeah, Rabbit, your channel, your intro, until people can get their own, they can do their own intro. Well, shout out to you, love. They're probably invited him to participate, and he's just mad that he got exposed. Nothing new was said about Dan. Thank you, Mandy. That was my point. Like we didn't hear anything new, if that makes sense. The victims and witnesses said their testimonies about him, not the producers. The producers just put the thing together. Okay, so let me tell you something that's happening too. The same people that are doing this series are the ones that are doing Fallen Idol on the Carters. Nick Carter, Aaron Carter. I just kind of wonder, is there going to be a lawsuit there too? because it makes me curious. It really, really does. I want to know. I don't know. So, hey there. Hold up. Who do I see? Shout out to everybody. Let me greet everybody. Hey, SW. Welcome, welcome, love. Nona Boss says, wasn't there another doc that came out before this one? That's what I thought. I mean, there's been a variety of docs. People have been speaking out. Why is Dan Schneider? I don't know. But anyways, let me keep reading. So, attorneys for the former television creator who is featured in the docuseries, which was released in March about what allegedly went on behind the scenes at the Nickelodeon in its heyday, has claimed that the filmmaker behind the series falsely stated or implied that Snyder sexually abused the kids who worked on his television shows. Okay, so let's talk about that right here. Nickelodeon okay, so they have claimed that the filmmakers behind the series, excuse me, can't read, that the filmmakers behind the series falsely stated or implied that Snyder sexually abused the kids who worked on his television show. Do you guys think, now let's be real, if you watch the series, was there like a tone of that? Was there a little bit of like, I do kind of wonder, and I did ask the question, how come this man isn't like is not incarcerated? Because I did get, in my opinion, um, there are no allegations like that out there, but you do kind of have to wonder. No one said it in the doc. No one said that. Was it implied? If they want to make that argument, I guess you can. I mean, remember that one scene? I mean, who created the scene where what's her name had to make something with the potato? Y'all remember that part? Oh my god, what was her name? Can you tell that I just don't even remember some of these people, but I know these people? Ariana Grande. The whole scene with the potato, whose idea was behind that? Then there was the whole what is it? What is it? The whole hot tub scene, right? Like a lot of that, or what is it? Amanda Bynes' scene with the whole taint situation. Wasn't that a lot of like underlying sexual stuff in there? The whole water bottle thing. There was a lot of adult humor that the writers wrote. This is why I don't let them off the hook, in my opinion, all the adults. But I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, I don't know. You said Be Kind says, unfortunately, the lawsuit is the reason sick stuff doesn't get reported enough. Do you feel like the lawsuit is a way in which to silence people? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. The squirting in the face. There was a lot of yeah. The kids didn't create the scripts. If anything, they're the victims of that. Hey, Micah. I'm just wondering. The kids don't create the scripts. Yeah. He takes no responsibility for it. Even in his apologies, Spooky Fox, he said it was so weird. Like the apology was even whatever. If I made people feel uncomfortable, and then Boogie was like, what was the video? Well, this is a different cancel me culture type of situation. I thought that it was just in bad taste overall. But that's just my opinion. Um, he takes no responsibility for anything, but there's no question that the content wasn't appropriate and that he did not create a safe environment for kids or for the writers or for anybody. Just wondering. I'm kind of wondering. Well, thank you, Judy. Shout out to you. Thank you, love. Thank you for being here. I bet he got those questions ahead of time so he could rehearse something. Yeah, right? Like when he sat there and he did that interview with Boogie, it was really weird. And then they put it up on YouTube on his channel. Yeah. So the lawsuit alleged, now I haven't seen, I'm waiting for this paperwork and stuff to kind of be released. Right on the set portrayal of Schneider is a hit job, the suit alleged. According to the suit, the television creator, who is known for hit shows like Zoe 101, iCarly, Drake and Josh, is suing Quiet on the Set filmmakers Emma Schwartz, Mary Robertson, Warner Brothers Discovery Inc., Maxine Productions, and Sony Pictures Television Inc. You know what is so crazy to me is that, look, Warner Brothers, Discovery Inc., Maxine Production, and Sony Pictures. I'm all for the exposés of shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's great to expose things, but sometimes you have to expose yourself if you're like in these production companies that run some of these things or run some of these agendas as well. Like, I'm just wondering, some of these guys right here, like Warner Brothers, what have they done in their situation? What other shit? Who did they like? Everybody's got a victim in here as well. I'm just saying. I always kind of have to side eye a little bit. Wim, thank you for being a member for 17 months. I love you, Wim. Thank you, thank you. Oh, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Wim. Thank you, thank you. Mimi, Mimi, did you just become a member? Thank you for becoming a member. Wait, Mimi, really? Wow, thank you for becoming a member. Look, hold up. Let me go up a little bit. Hold up. Thank you, thank you. Mimi, Mimi, did you really just become a member after you were talking about my intro? Well, thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you, love. I don't know why, but I appreciate you. You don't have to do that, girl. You don't have to do that. I know you do. It's all good. I'm just giving you shit. Please note that. Do you think they'll settle with him before the Discovery comes out? Listen, I do want to see that Discovery. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see the Discovery. You know? That's a great question, Dee Dee. And thank you guys. If you guys got a membership from Wim, please put a heart in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Well, shout out to you, y'all. Thank you, Mimi. It's all good. My intro was long, girl. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm just giving you shit. You already know. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Welcome, welcome. All right, everybody, everybody. So what do you guys think? I mean, so he released a statement on Wednesday about the lawsuit and said that he is apologetic and regretful for behavior as a producer and will continue to take accountability for it, but has no choice but to take legal action against the people behind the series. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So he said, listen, I am sorry. I'm regretful. I'm sorry and I'm regretful for my behavior as a producer, and I will continue to take accountability. But I have no choice but to take legal action against everybody and their mother. Oh my God. I don't know. What do you guys think? What was that all about? You say he's throwing up the Hail Marys to see if it will stick? What is it? Okay, okay, wait. I'm taking accountability for the things that I did, but I'm still going to sue you. It's just weird. Leah said, didn't take accountability for anything. Well, you said bruise ego. I just figured that you take accountability and you just kind of like, you do that Homer Simpson. You know how Homer, he has like the grass behind him and he kind of like, do. He does that little thing where he just fades into the grass. That's what I'm thinking you do. You don't, you don't sue everybody. You just take accountability. I'm sorry, y'all. I did it. It was me. And then he does the Homer Simpson. He goes, fading into the grass. But he didn't even do that here. Oh, anyways, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? But that's what I would imagine. You say he takes it and then he gives it right. What's he doing? I don't know, you guys. He needs to mind his own plates and go away. Everyone who has deep pockets. It's Darvo? Well, there you go. And then there's that. Yeah, Erica, you know how like Homer he does it? He fades into the dark or into the grass. Hello, Rabbit. I'm listening to this as I clean. Well, shout out to you. Thank you for cleaning. Shout out to you. He said, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna sue your ass. I don't know. Let the depositions begin. Let discovery come through. You think he's playing victim? All right. Okay, so let's keep going. So Good Morning America has reached out to Warner Brothers Discovery and Maxine and Sony, Emma Shorts and Mary Robertson for comment, but did not hear it immediately back. So the details of the suit, in the suit, Schneider points out details from Quiet on the Set trailer and several episodes in which he claims that the series implies that Snyder is a criminal and a child sexual abuser. Now, this right here, I mean, listen, people sue for a lot of things, but to imply, I didn't know you could sue if somebody just implied shit. Like, they didn't say it as a fact. Did it imply something? I would probably say they did, but that's just a matter of opinion, no? I don't know. But let me know. Hey, lady Pamela, welcome. In his complaint, the former television producer outlines parts of Quiet on the Set trailer where he alleged he was defamed. The suit alleged that the trailer doubles down on the implications that Snyder is not only a criminal in some way connected to children, but an abuser, or more specifically, a child sexual abuser. Okay, the suit also claims that the trailer draws false conclusions. Now, is he just talking about the trailer or did he actually watch the whole thing? Like, you got to watch the whole series. Snyder continues to claim in the lawsuit that the series falsely accused him as a perpetrator of alleged child abuse on the set of his show, specifically in episode 1. Well, it looks like he did. 1, 2, and 5 of Quiet on the Set, where he claims which he claims accuse him of sexual abuse on some Nickelodeon television shows. Listen, I'm going to have to go over there and rewatch it again because I don't remember if they necessarily claimed. They might have implied it, but implying isn't really a claim. I don't know. Well, thank you, Kings. Shout out to you. The suit claimed that episode 2 of the series implies that Schneider was a convicted felon and child abuser, linking him to other individuals accused of similar crimes in the series, like former dialogue coach Brian Peck. No, the accusation wasn't that he was like Brian Peck. The accusation was is that they didn't do enough to protect the children from predators like Brian Peck. Now that's what I remember from that, but I could be wrong. I watched it. I feel like he is shooting himself in the foot already with this. I'm just saying. But if he's suing to make a statement, then that, in my opinion, you apologize, you recognize that the culture of that environment wasn't good. He was inappropriate, and it wasn't, and he talked about that. And there's lawsuits that support that shit. But you don't come back, apologize, and then sue everybody. You just don't do that. I don't know. So Brian Peck, who sexually abused actor Drake Bell when he was younger, when he was a young Nickelodeon star, Peck was arrested in 2003 and charged with 11 counts, including lewd acts with a child and sexual abuse of a minor. Bell came forward publicly for the first time on Quiet on the Set as the John Doe victim in the case against Peck. The suit claims that in episode 5, filmmakers purposefully used Schneider's image to conflate the actions of Snyder with convicted sex offender. I don't think that that's what they did. Now, see, I don't know about that. The trailer and Quiet on the Set statements or implications are false. Snyder never committed, nor has he been charged or convicted with committing or a sexual act towards a child, the suit stated. Snyder never sexually abused a child, nor has he been charged. Well, he hasn't. Nobody said that he did that. I do have questions about his behavior. I do. The trailer and Quiet on the Set statements and implication to the contrary are both false and made the reckless and malicious disregard for the truth. Mm, um, okay. And we already know kind of where a lot of this is stemming from. What do you guys think? You think it's a Darvo move? You think it's a Darvo move? I know. Welcome, TK. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Um, you said the man shout out to Selena Fan, para siempre. The man acted inappropriately to both adult and women, was borderline inappropriate with kids on the show he created. He was. Lawsuit takes years. He's just going to keep this in the news. Not a smart move. I don't think it was a smart move. Hey, Bossy. Hey, Jane. Welcome. But y'all let me know what you think. Jane says, love you both. I have a good friend who has cancer, operation to say, well, Jane, best of luck to you. And best thoughts and positive vibes to you and your friend. Thank you for stopping by. They don't want people's forgiveness. They are beyond evil. You think a shallow apology at best? It was. It was. You know what kind of apology it was, CK? Have y'all ever been given this apology? I'm sorry, but I did this and or I'm sorry, but yes, but and then there's a comma at the end, that kind of a situation. That's how I felt like his apology was to everybody. But that's just my thought, my opinion. Don't take what I say as fact. That's just an opinion, but hey, I'm just saying. Okay, let's move on because we got a lot other stuff to cover that I want to talk about. We're going to talk about shout out to the Jane Does. We're going to talk about Brian Kent here real quick. Um, Let me see. First of all, shout out to Chrissy Bixler and all the wonderful, beautiful Jane Does out there that have definitely spoken up. Oh, I don't have the posts anymore. Did they disappear? Let me see. Hold up, y'all. So the Jane Does from the Danny Masterson case, okay, have spoken out and given statements regarding Brian Kent, which um wow, it's amazing. Let me see if I can go to Twitter, and I think maybe Aaron might have it on his channel or his thing. Here it is. Hold up, y'all. DB, thank you so much for gifting love. Shout out to you guys. I'm trying to pull this up. Um, thank you. Let me see. I felt like did Aaron? Yeah. So thank you, DB for gifting. If you guys got a gift from DB, put a heart in the chat. Thank you, love, for supporting my channel. Okay, hold up. Let me share with you guys this. So Chrissy Pixler posted on her IG page. I did like share the post on my community wall. There's other people that are speaking out, which is like amazing. It says, as we continue to uncover information regarding our former attorney, Brian Kent, we are feeling profoundly disturbed. It is imperative for us at this juncture to meticulously examine all emerging revelations alongside reflecting on our own encounters and the monumental breach of trust that we have experienced. Our sincere sympathies extended to all the victims who have endured further harm at the hands of individuals purporting to be advocates. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I have to go over there a little bit. Um, I'm a little like I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm still a little bit processing this a little bit more. And I only say that because I think Marcy's statement really got me kind of in feeling some type of way about the whole FBI thing. Um, they're working with FBI. They recognize there's an FBI. Like with the whole FBI post in addition to this. So I don't know if there's FBI involvement to this at this point. Are there more people? I clearly, I don't know. Like I'm waiting, and I'm just like, I cannot believe it. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. Shout out to them. And I mean, whatever we can do to support. Pamela says off topic, kind of my adult daughter went to rehab today, and now I'm afraid of professionals she will encounter. She should not be okay. Well, Lady Pamela, I'm so sorry. I'm hoping and wishing for the best for your daughter. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, it's a lot in my head right now. I don't know. It's going on with the notifications. I think everybody's having an issue. But shout out to Lady Pamela. Let me know if you need anything. Of course, we're here, and if, I appreciate you sharing. Wishing the best. Absolutely. I mean, she's awesome. Totally get it. How are you doing today? Hold up. Let me see some of these comments. Hold up. Aaron just finished a live. I gotta go watch a little bit of it. Simply Monica, thank you for stopping by. Bowling with Cotton Balls, thank you for being here. Aaron's community posts. Wow. Um, yeah, I don't know, guys. God bless all the Jane Does and all the victims. I mean, it does kind of lead you to believe how many other victims do we have that we don't even know? You said they're always deflecting with the FBI statements. Tennessee, let me know what you mean by that, because like, is this the real FBI? You know what I mean? And I say that because every time I hear somebody, especially as it pertains to this whole like SPTV thing, where it's like people say, well, I cooperated with the FBI. You did? Really? So why is Scientology still up and running? I don't know. Just makes me feel some type of way. Chaos, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Shout out to you. Just wanted to say, hey, thank you, love. Um, I don't know, you guys. It seems it varies from channel to channel. Okay. Did she say the FBI should look into it, or they reported it to the FBI? Do you see that's it's like a lot of fucking and I'm sorry now I'm cussing because it does frustrate me a lot. But and I know that there's only so much that people can say when they report to the FBI, but I'm just saying like who in the FBI? Detective Rabbit? I'm just or like who exactly did you report to? I'm hoping that that's the case, but nowadays you just never know. You never know, honestly. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. And shout out to them. Shout out to them, and I hope that something comes out of this. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I want to tell you guys too, if you please note, please don't send me any more SPTV troll stuff. I do not, like I said, I address what I address. I don't want to know anything about SPTV trolls. Please note that. Like I'm not interested. Please note that. Don't show me any screenshots. Don't send me nothing. I don't care for it. I really like when I tell you that I'm done talking about something or somebody, I really am done and I don't want to address it. It's just it's not productive, if that makes sense. When I say I'm not giving somebody any more clout, that's what I meant. And nobody's getting any more clout from me. So please don't send me anything anymore for that. And I mean that. Okay. For those who reported the FBI exposed their own abuse by David M, seems that they forgot all about the SA and the CSA victims. That's a good point. Thank you. Yes, yes. First gens only provided the FBI with things done to them. Adult volunteers, they never talked about the kids and the visas. Right. Everybody's reporting to the FBI, you know? You said there's two branches to the FBI, the good FBI and the real agents and the corrupt Illuminati New World Order FBI. Lord. Um yes. You said Rabbit said I am standing on business. Oh, I'm not mad. Why would I be mad? I'm standing on business. I'm just saying, guys, I get a lot of emails and messages from people that want to send me stuff about trolls. I'm good. I don't that's not good to consume that kind of negativity. I'm good. I don't care. People, I can't put a muzzle on people. They can do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. They can discredit, attempt to discredit, lie, and say whatever they want to. That's on them. Not everything requires a response. I don't respond to trolls. I do not respond to trolls. So please don't send me that stuff. I'm good. Um, isn't it weird? Hold up. I don't understand why it's so easy in the US to start a religion and get tax exempt status. I've watched so I've watched so much. Right. No, they don't deserve my energy. They don't deserve anybody's energy. That's what I'm saying. Let the trolls die. That's what I do. I don't talk about trolls. So much better use of time. Absolutely. So that's why I said if you're watching and you're sending me stuff, don't do it. I don't care. Please don't do it. Rabbit will forgive us? What you mean? Forgive you about what? What'd you do? What you need forgiven for? Um, you don't need forgiven. Okay. So, I mean, let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I'm still kind of like in a trance sometimes when I find out more information about Brian Kent. I have been contacted by a lot of people, and I just kind of, I don't, I'm just gonna let things play out the way they did. That's all I can do, right? Like, that's all I can do. Fair call. Yep. We don't feed the trolls. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. So don't send me anything, please. I don't care. Turning the chat into a counseling session. Why y'all turning the chat into a counseling session? Aw. No worries, no worries. Okay, let's get it together. We have to talk about Alexee Trevizo. All right, I got to do my Alexee Trevizo mom voice, but before I do that, you guys, if you don't know what let me do a little. Some of you guys are not familiar with this case, okay? So I figured I would give you guys a little just rundown, okay? Just a little rundown. Alexee Trevizo is a 19-year-old girl who who went to the hospital with her mom. She was complaining of pain, right? Alexee and her mom are complaining of the pain, and so then Alexee, they couldn't figure it out. They're asking her if she's had unprotected sex, if she's sexually active. No, no, I'm a virgin, what she said. And you're gonna see me very animated because this case is very frustrating, okay? Um, No, no, never had sex. Yeah, thank you, SW. Back pain. She was complaining about back. You know how to like when you're about to deliver, that kind of stuff. She was complaining about back pain. I'm a virgin. Girl, what else did she say? Put it all in the chat. I'm a virgin. I don't even know what sex is. That kind of situation. And I'm like, it's it's sad, but and I know that I'm like because of just the ridiculousness that came out of this case, okay? She said, I don't know what sex is. I'm a virgin. I never done did it. I have a boyfriend. Nothing like that, right? So, and she was taking birth control at the time, okay? Keep that in mind. So, she's at the hospital. She's denying having sex, denying being pregnant, denying everything. She's like, yeah, the immaculate conception. Thank you. The born again virgin. See, now y'all are all right. Okay. So, she goes to the bathroom, right? And basically has a baby. Baby doesn't cry, doesn't make any sounds, puts the baby in the trash can in the bathroom of the hospital. In the bathroom of the hospital. Decides to grab toilet tissue and put toilet tissue on top of this baby. Okay? And then puts another liner on the trash can. Twists the bag and puts and really walks out of there like nothing was like she didn't just have a child. She literally walked out of there. Yeah, it was atrocious, and she tied up the bag. Okay, y'all remember? It's all coming back to you for those that watch me cover this case. Okay, girl goes back to the hospital. I'm laughing because you look, y'all are waiting me to see this. Say this. Yeah, that's the $1,000,000 question. How did she cut out the cord? There's so Serenity now. We have a lot of questions. Okay. So walks back to the room, literally in the room, being interviewed by all kinds of people. Okay. Everybody's interviewing her. The cleaning person, the cleaning lady for the hospital, goes into the hospital, right? To change the liner because when you walk in there, it's a bloody mess. Like she's in there just to clean up, right? She tries to go change the liner and finds the baby with the bag in the face. The baby suffocated. The baby died because the bag. Basically, it was just he was breathing and he died in there with the bag over his mouth. They rush in there. and tried to open the bag, these medical professionals. And why do we know this? Is because we saw it all from CTV, all of this, right? She gets confronted. Her mom is there. Lexi, what did I tell you, honey? You know, like the Mexican moms. I'm Mexican, so I can act like that, right? I can do that. What did I tell you, honey? Lexi, don't do this. Didn't I talk to you about this? She gets confronted there. They're calling the police. They're asking her, like, is this your baby? What's going on? Like, you know, they're right there. And they're like, well, no. She's like, it wasn't breathing. It didn't make a sound. Okay, keep that in mind. So she has the you know, what is it? The ultrasound. You know, they had to do the stuff that they have to do, right? The case is insane. Okay. She gets bailed out the next day. She goes to jail, right? She gets bailed out. She gets charged. Everybody in Artesia, that little town in New Mexico where she's from, is coming for her neck, right? She's going to prom. She's acting like nothing is going on. No, she didn't. Yeah, she said, Mija. And the crazy part is, it's like we're sitting there and people still want to blame the hospital, right? Like there's, you know, to a certain degree, the hospital, in my opinion, still held a level of liability because, and I have to go back, I can't even remember this part, but I think they had checked her urine and her urine was like off. You know how when you're pregnant, you know, there's certain things in your urine. They asked her, she denied it. Like, it was just so much. Then she acts like she didn't know she was pregnant when there's a picture of her cheerleading months before she delivered. Hold up, I gotta pull it up, y'all. And it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay? Y'all don't tell me this girl don't look pregnant to you? Let me know. There you go. This girl right here. Does she not look pregnant to you guys? Hold up. Let me remove these ads. Does this not look like a pregnant cheerleader to you guys? Because it looks like a pregnant cheerleader to me, right? Yeah. Her thank you so much, Ann. Her test was positive. Positive, as in you're positively pregnant, right? So to me, the hospital also, in my opinion, held some. Now, some of you guys said, Rabbit, no, no. How dare you? How dare you blame these hospital professionals? If you knew she was pregnant, why the hell? If she's denying it to you and the test is showing pregnancy and she's showing signs of going into labor, even though she's denying it, why the hell would you let her go to the damn bathroom by herself? That's my point. And there's more to it. So I did a whole, you know, last summer, it was the summer of Alexee Trevizo. When we're talking about this case, we're going into it. And I'll make sure, I think it's in the front page area for you guys to check it out. Yeah. Does this, I mean, look at how she's standing. The girl can't even cross her legs. That's how pregnant she is. Okay. I know what this feels like. I looked like a house when I was pregnant. I mean, that's how big I was, you know? So how? Yeah, I'm a seahorse. People literally came for my neck because I said the hospital's responsible too. Alexee ultimately killed this child. Alexee could have, she could have done this. She could have, her mama was there. I think she was scared of her mama, you know, because she got that like, yeah, I can understand that as a Latina, you know, being scared of your mom, and then mom's gonna know I'm having sex. Now I'm pregnant. Like like for her, her fear of her mother was pretty big, in my opinion. She did this. Yeah, there's a civil suit. Then they went to go sue the hospital, as if it was the hospital's. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. So this is where we're at. All right. There is a TikToker, and I really hope this shout out to her, and I'm going to link her information in the description box. The 10th woman has been following this case for since it started. Okay, shout out to her, and she did the preliminary breakdown. There was a preliminary hearing. She broke it down. Okay, hey Poe, you said sounds like Latina mothers. Yeah, they're very overprotected, right? So they're gonna know everything. The 10th woman did a little breakdown of the preliminary hearing, so we definitely got to talk about this. And we're gonna watch it. And I know that TikTok is like going away. I'm sure J-Lo is happy about that. I hope that I hope the 10th woman comes over to YouTube and does her content over here, because I really think she would have a audience over here. Let's listen to what she has to say, okay? And let's start. She did a total of how many videos? Lord have mercy. Let's watch this one.
Okay, guys, so this is kind of going to be the intro to all the preliminary testimony that we're about to hear. So I'm going to do this little series. We're just going to call it, I don't know, the preliminary. And this is kind of the intro to that. So just to kind of give you guys a brief little rundown of some of the things that we're going to go through. First up, you're going to hear Chris Sanchez, and he
You
is
said it's low.
Alexee's nurse. He's the one who unhooked her. He's the one who was at the
I don't know if I can make it
bathroom
higher.
when towards the end of right before she came out. And that's pretty much his involvement besides going into the bathroom a few times. You're going to hear next
Hey,
from,
B. Tim.
next is
I
going to be Lori.
know.
Then is going to be Leela.
You said it's too low. I think it's because she's recording from her car. Hold up.
Okay, so now we have the very first person to testify, which was Chris Sanchez. For those who don't know, Chris Sanchez
Damn.
was Alexee Trevizo's nurse. Just a brief background, Alexee
Can you
Trevizo
guys
went to
hear
the
her?
hospital in distress to receive medical care, ended up giving birth to a deceased baby in the bathroom and put the baby in the garbage can. They found the baby later. The accusation is that she ended the baby's life by putting it in the bag.
Y'all hear
The
her?
defense is that that baby had already passed due to the negligence of medical staff. So we're going to
Okay.
go ahead and get into Chris. This first part, like I said, is not really too big of a deal. He's just kind of talking about the amount of times he went to the bathroom, and it's just kind of a little intro into a few things. Then afterwards, what you're going to hear is I'm just going to.
It's because she's filming in the car. Hold up.
Okay, so next up we have
Is
Lori
this
Ariel.
better?
Now, for those who don't know, Lori is the CNA who kind of implemented herself into the middle of this entire
Is that
case.
better?
She was making claims that this was in her police interview that she had checked on Lexi. She had asked her if she was okay. She told her to pull the call light if she needed anything. She talks about picking the baby up out of the garbage can, seeing the bag stuck to his face. All of this that was all caught on camera, and none of it happened. The first time that Lori enters into the scene is when Dr. Vasquez asks her to grab the keys to open the door. But before she can get there, Lexi comes out. Then her and her little nurse friends go into the bathroom several times. She goes in there
They
quite a few
did.
times. She's in there with Leela, who's the cleaning lady. You know, she does go to the bag when she calls HT, and it looks like she takes something right off the top of it. But that is the extent of her involvement. But we're just going to go right in and listen to some of the things that she says.
When the housekeeper had called me over and told me that the wastebasket was heavy and she didn't want to look, so I pulled there was a clean lining already in there. So when I pulled that out, there was paper towels and balled up trash bags, and that's when I stuck my hand in the bottom. That's when I noticed it was a baby.
So Lying Lori has added a few things to her testimony, and you'll hear the state say, you know what, we'll come back to that. She now says that Leela told her it was heavy and that she didn't want to look. And that's why Lori went over there to look, and then she stuck her hand at the bottom and underneath the baby. Let's keep going.
So where was this trash can located? In the patient bathroom, in the hallway. No, it's more to the right. She had been in there for a while, and I had knocked on the door to see if she was okay, because we kept hearing the toilet flushing constantly and the paper towel dispenser going constantly. And when I knocked, the patient didn't answer, and she said that because I was like, "Are you okay?" She said yes. And so I walked away, and like a few minutes more, that's when my nurse Chris had asked me, "Can you go and check on her again?" And so I did, and I said she just needs a little bit more time, is what she had said. So then that's when I think Chris waited a little bit, and then he went and knocked on the door after the constant flushing and the paper towel dispenser going, and that's when he called me to bring the keys to open up.
So Lexi's in the bathroom, and we're watching all of this on the CCTV, right? On the body. It wasn't the body cam footage. It was the hospital footage. Didn't Lexi refuse to allow the nurse? She refused to allow the nurse to go in the bathroom to check and see if she needed anything. She refused to allow anybody to check in there. So they're knocking at her. That should have been a red flag for the nurses and the staff to say, you know what? Something's going on in there. Something's going on in there. They really should have, but they didn't. They ignored it. She wouldn't open the door. You said, I think she ripped the umbilical cord, but that may have been why there was blood splattering the wall. Poor baby boy. Yeah, baby Alex. Juba says, Rabbit, please summarize for those of us that are hard of hearing. The only way I could hear is if I turn up the volume way up, and then you blast my ear off. Junebug. So the summary is we're just listening to some preliminary hearing on what has happened so far. There hasn't been any updates as far as this case. I know that they're going to trial on the criminal matter in August, but I think right now what we're dealing with is the civil case at this point. How long did she stay in the bathroom if they were trying to get in? I want to say it was a good 10 minutes. A good 10 minutes. In my opinion, two things can be true at once, meaning the girl definitely did not make good choices, but the hospital was also negligent in their ability to do what she did. Right. If they already had a positive pregnancy test, yeah, ultimately Lexi did the killing, but the hospital was negligent, in my opinion. They could have done a lot more to have prevented it. You have a woman. And people want to, like, there's people out there that defend her behavior because they're like, well, she was 19, she's a child. No, she had sex, she was doing the thing, she didn't tell everybody she was pregnant. I think she knew she was pregnant. She just didn't want to accept it. She was supposed to go away for college and she did. Yeah, so she did the damn thing. Yeah, yeah. So this is what's going on. This is where they're at right now. They're just hearing the testimony as far as what has happened.
Open up the bathroom. So he told her if she didn't open it, we were going to open it. Yes. I checked the trash can and the toilet just to make sure nothing was there. There's a cabinet and it's by the bathroom door when you come in on the right hand side. Yes, ma'am. No.
She checked the toilet and she checked the garbage can just to see if there was anything there. And then she also looked underneath the cabinet. What was she looking for? She's implying that she was looking for a baby. Because I'm sorry, did the woman, were you expecting that there was going to be a bunch of bloody pads in a cabinet? And not only I mean, what exactly is she looking for? So that right there kind of was like, wait, what? Anyway, let's just keep going.
And did you have any other interactions or anything else to do with that fact that you asked her?
Just when she had called me to notify me that the wastebasket was heavy. And then that's when I had told, because of what we found, that's when I told her to stop cleaning.
So when the housekeeper showed you, or before you showed you that the wastebasket was heavy, you previously described it to have liner, paper towels
underneath it.
Did you remove those items from the trash?
Yes, ma'am. When I picked up the wastebasket and felt that it was heavy, I removed the top liner. And on top of underneath the liner, there was all the paper towels. And then underneath those were trash bags. And then when I removed those items, that's when I noticed there was a baby at the bottom.
So what you're describing to me are different layers of what's located, or what was found in this trash bag. You said clean liner, all the paper towels, and trash bags.
Yes.
Yes. Was what was located?
It was inside of another trash bag.
Inside of another trash bag. Can you describe how this baby was inside of the trash bag?
It was like they had twisted it and tucked the twisted part of the top of the bag underneath the baby.
The top, the opening is that what you mean?
Yeah.
The opening part is twisted. So that is tucked underneath.
Yes, because when I went to stick my hands under, the bag loosened, and that's when it suctioned to his face, and that's when I knew that it was a baby.
So you picked up the bag with the baby, and it loosened, and it suctioned to his face.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to put it all together and make it so that the volume's a little bit louder, because I hear you guys are saying it's still a little low. And so, yeah, I could hear it like it wasn't very well recorded. I'm thinking it was like recorded from a phone or something. There's got to be a way to fix the volume on this.
So once you did that, then you discovered that this wasn't that baby. Did you put it back into in the wastebasket, or did you?
Yes, I put him back down, and I called for my charge nurse, which was HT. And then when he came, I told him I found the baby, and he's the one that took the wastebasket, and I was notified to call 911.
Okay, let's talk about all of the things wrong with lying Lori's testimony.
Oh, she said
She
light.
says that Leela didn't want to look. She goes there and she removes the top liner. Now, understand, we have showed this numerous times before, and I will show it again after we're kind of done and we sum everything up. Is that the garbage can inside of the bathroom did not. I'm sorry, it had a liner in the bathroom, but when it was moved out of the bathroom, it did not have a liner. That's number one. So
Ooh.
she says she pulled, there was a, it looks like a crumpled bag on top. She says she pulled that off, and you can see that in the video. And she kind of looks, she kind of gets down and looks a little more. She's now claiming she stuck her hand at the bottom.
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to edit something and then put it together and put some closed captions for those that want it.
Under the baby. When she did that, the bag came loose and suctioned to the baby's face. I'm going to tell you why that is a load of crap. Because for that bag to have suctioned to the baby's face means that the baby would have been alive.
Yep.
And when she moved the bag, she caused the baby to breathe in, the bag go over his mouth, get suctioned in, and then she puts him back down like that, leaves, everybody leaves back and forth, gets doctors, all this other kind of stuff, and baby passes away. That is what she is saying. We know that didn't happen. It would be great to an extent if that did. That means that they would have had time to save the baby, right?
But the autopsy report said something different. If you guys remember, we read that autopsy report. I'm going to have to go back and review all of this again. So her trial, just so everybody knows, I hope it's televised, because this would be a trial that there's a lot of trials happening. So her trial, we have January 27th or 2023. She was charged for first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Trevizo will be in court in 2024 for those charges. Pre-trial, July 22nd of 2024. Trial on August 26th of 2024. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, you said you can refuse any. Hold up. Any and all care in the ER. The hospital's not responsible for the death. Ooh, well, that's what they're arguing on right now. That's what they're arguing. I'm not defending what she did in any way, shape, or form horrific, but the law is the law. And a medical professional, you are responsible for the humans in your care. Are y'all see? And I'm there with you, Laura, on this one. I really am. Even SW, I know a lot of you guys are like, wait a minute. Yes, she murdered her baby, and the hospital's still responsible because they knew that she was pregnant. People go back and forth on this one. They go back and forth on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go back to the 10th Woman's. And for those that want to watch it independently, this is her channel on TikTok. I know some of you guys don't have TikTok. I don't know if she has a YouTube, and I really hope that she does get one, because YouTube or TikTok is going to be going away pretty soon, right? Didn't they do something? Is this her link tree? I'm going to try to share it here. I'm going to share her link tree in the chat. So you guys, if you guys want to watch it and understand a little bit, I have a lot of videos on Alexee Trevizo if you want to just search in an actual playlist of them. So check them out if you want to learn a little bit more about this case. But this case is definitely going to divide people. It just is. It really is. Premeditated murder. Isn't that first degree? Is she under house arrest? That's what I thought. But she's allowed to go to college. Is she still running around trying to take classes at the university? She's still at the university. Remember they did that petition and they tried to get her kicked out and it didn't work? I could see both. I'm a seahorse, honestly. Nebulous, thank you for being here. But I mean, let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments. So that's the update. They had like I think that's for the civil case, because remember they're doing a wrongful death suit on the hospital. So that's there. We still have a trial coming up Okay, we have a pre-trial. What is it, July? And then the actual trial is in August. You said she takes online classes? Yeah, that should be interesting. It will be, JoJo. It will be. We do on August 27th. Pre-trials July 27th as well. Did I just say that? Hold up. Let me. July 22nd, 2024. And then the actual trial is August 26th of 2024. Now, what was the name of her attorney? The guy that like looks like Colonel Sanders? Yeah, she's suing the hospital too. They've been suing the hospital. This is why that's out there. Suing the hospital. You said, but how much privacy do you give an adult who says she's using the bathroom? What justifies them barging in if she's repeatedly saying she's fine? If the douchebag attorney, yeah, the douchebag attorney, Liz, if she has a positive pregnancy test and she says she never had sex, and you have a urine test that's positive, people harm themselves at hospitals too. I've seen people barge in and they self-harm in hospitals and they do something about it. Now, this hospital didn't have a labor and delivery right then and there. They didn't have that. But to me, it's like it should have sufficed. If you had a positive pregnancy test, should have been enough to say, you know what, this girl, she's saying she's not pregnant, but I got a P test that says that she is. So either the P test is lying to me or she's lying to me. But regardless, I'm going to make sure that I do my checks and balances on this one and not let this girl out of my sight, because based on this test, she's positive. So my next question would be, were all the nurses aware of all the details? I don't know, Liz. That's a great question. And if they're not, why aren't they? Why a nurse is part of the hospital, that's why they're liable. It's the truth. That's why they're liable. And this is why there's a lawsuit. I knew that lawsuit was going to happen. And honestly, if I was Alexee Trevizo, and if I was, not that I am, I'm just saying, I would probably, that lawsuit would make me look like it could potentially help my criminal case, right? Because then if we can find the hospital liable for any wrongful death lawsuit, right? Wouldn't that say that they're liable? They're the ones that knew that this was going on and I was pregnant, and maybe my mental capacity wasn't mentally capacitating in my head. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm making an argument as to why she could use a defense with that. How can a hospital force you to do something? I think the question becomes is, how can they not if they know you're pregnant? That's the question. How, if they knew she was pregnant, how can they not do something to keep her and the baby safe? That's the question. How can you not? Now, like I said, I don't know the details to everything. I'm playing devil's advocate, but as much as I've followed this case, mental capacity was not mentally capacitating at that moment. You can make an argument for that. I mean, there's this thing called postpartum depression. You can make an argument as to why mentally you weren't all the way there when you were having your baby or this baby. You didn't mean for this to happen. Peekaboo says they begged her to open that door. She will lose this argument. You see, this is why I love talking about this case, because everybody's always divided. And listen, I'm just having a conversation with you guys. Please know, it's the art of arguing. And this one is one of those cases where we will literally not agree on a lot of stuff. And I love it. I love that we don't. I love that we don't. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Yeah, she did. But her test was positive. Girl, bye, girl, bye, girl, bye. You said, I've always had asked permission to use the bathroom. They gave her permission, which was a medical directive. Oof. You see what I'm saying? I love the arguing. You guys, shout out to you guys. And again, we're going to be covering this case. We will be covering the Alexee Trevizo case, all right? So you make sure that you come back And if there's any updates or anything more, what I want to do though is put all that audio together and see if I can drop it and you guys can hear it, okay? All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. This thing is playing. I don't know why. All right, you guys have a great one. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Bye, bye, bye. I'll see you guys later.